Infrastructure Investment Plans, $1.8 billion allocation for renewable energy projects and their implementation timeline by 2025. Overview. On January 24, 2025, the government formally announced a significant investment plan aimed at bolstering renewable energy infrastructure, allocating $1.8 billion specifically for renewable energy projects. This initiative underscores a strategic pivot towards sustainable energy solutions with a focus on clean hydrogen production, among other technologies. The implementation of this ambitious plan is slated for completion by 2025, promising to transform the renewable energy landscape and stimulate economic growth. Key aspects of the investment. 1. Targeted areas of investment. The $1.8 billion funding is primarily directed towards innovative renewable energy projects with a notable emphasis on clean hydrogen production. A landmark project involves Linde's commitment to supply clean hydrogen for OCI's large-scale blue ammonia production in the U.S. Gulf Coast. This project illustrates the tangible applications of the allocated funds, aiming to enhance energy production capabilities while minimizing carbon emissions. 2. Implementation timeline. The government has established a clear timeline for the rollout of these projects with a target completion date set for 2025. This structured timeline is crucial for stakeholders, allowing for effective planning, resource allocation, and fostering collaboration across various sectors involved in renewable energy development. 3. Innovative funding and collaboration. Business leaders such as Sunil Kanoria have emphasized the importance of innovative funding mechanisms to support infrastructure improvements. The initiative not only seeks to enhance renewable energy initiatives but also aims to spur economic growth through collaborative efforts among diverse sectors. This broad engagement is seen as essential for maximizing the benefits of the investment. 4. Economic opportunities and job creation. The anticipated outcomes of this investment extend beyond environmental benefits. It is expected to create new jobs, stimulate local economies, and promote technological advancements within the renewable energy sector. The initiative is widely regarded as a transformative step towards a more sustainable future with the potential for significant economic impact. 5. Multi-sector engagement. The government's approach encourages participation from various sectors, fostering a collaborative environment that enhances the overall impact of the investment. This inclusivity is crucial for ensuring that the infrastructural improvements benefit a wide array of stakeholders, from local communities to large corporations. Common themes from various sources. Commitment to sustainability. There is a universal agreement on the necessity of advancing renewable energy solutions as part of a broader strategy to combat climate change. This investment is positioned as a critical step towards achieving sustainability goals. Focus on innovation. The emphasis on innovative funding mechanisms suggests a shift in how infrastructure projects are financed and managed. This proactive approach is seen as vital for addressing future energy demands. Projected economic growth. The expected economic benefits from the infrastructure investment highlight a shared belief in the potential for job creation and technological advancements, underscoring the multifaceted impact of the initiative. Differences in perspective among sources. While there is substantial agreement on the overarching goals and timelines, variations exist in focus and detail. Specificity of projects. Linde's announcement provides specific details about its project involving clean hydrogen and ammonia, while broader narratives from business leaders like Kanoria emphasize the overall impact of infrastructure investment across multiple sectors. Scale of impact. Some sources highlight macroeconomic implications, focusing on the potential for national growth, while others delve into specific case studies that exemplify the investment's potential. Complete timeline of events. 1. January 2025, announcement of investment. The government announces the $1.8 billion allocation for renewable energy projects, laying out a timeline for implementation by 2025. This marks a significant commitment to sustainable energy initiatives. 2. February 2025, project initiatives launched. Following the announcement, companies like Linde begin outlining their specific projects, such as the production of clean hydrogen for ammonia synthesis, showcasing the practical applications of the investment. 3. March 2025, sector collaboration initiatives. Business leaders advocate for innovative funding and collaborative approaches, encouraging participation across various sectors to maximize the effectiveness of the investment. For 2025, targeted completion of projects. As stakeholders work towards the 2025 deadline, plans are set in motion for the execution of projects aligned with the government's vision for sustainable energy infrastructure. Conclusion. The government's $1.8 billion investment in renewable energy infrastructure represents a strategic initiative aimed at fostering innovation, collaboration, and economic growth. With a clear timeline for implementation by 2025, this effort is poised to create a sustainable future, driving progress in renewable energy solutions. By encouraging broad participation from various sectors and focusing on innovative funding mechanisms, the initiative not only addresses immediate energy challenges but also lays the groundwork for long-term economic and environmental benefits. As the renewable energy landscape evolves, the collective efforts of all stakeholders will be crucial in realizing the full potential of this transformative investment. Counterintuitive information in infrastructure investment plans. When examining the government's $1.8 billion allocation for renewable energy projects and its implementation timeline by 2025, several counterintuitive insights emerge that challenge conventional expectations about infrastructure investments and their impacts. 1. Investment in hydrogen versus other renewables. While the narrative often emphasizes solar and wind energy as the primary focus of renewable investments, the substantial allocation towards clean hydrogen production, particularly for applications like blue ammonia, is somewhat unexpected. Many stakeholders might assume that the bulk of renewable energy funding would be directed towards more established technologies such as solar panels or wind turbines. However, this initiative highlights a strategic pivot towards hydrogen, which is often seen as a secondary player in the renewable space. This could reflect a growing recognition of hydrogen's potential as a versatile energy carrier despite its current developmental challenges. 2. Short implementation timeline. The ambitious goal of completing infrastructure projects by 2025 raises eyebrows given the lengthy and often bureaucratic nature of large-scale infrastructure projects. Traditionally, such initiatives are plagued by delays due to regulatory hurdles, environmental assessments, and procurement processes. The government's tight timeline may suggest either an underestimation of these challenges or a new, more streamlined approach to project execution. This could counter the narrative that large public infrastructure projects inherently take years, if not decades, to complete. 3. Economic growth through renewable investment. The expectation that renewable energy investments will directly lead to substantial job creation and economic stimulation is a common belief. However, the counterintuitive aspect here is that these investments might not create jobs in the immediate term as anticipated. Instead, the benefits could manifest more significantly in the long run as technologies mature and scale up. This implies that stakeholders must be prepared for a delay in seeing the economic benefits, which contrasts with the hopeful projections often presented at the outset of such initiatives. For a broad sector involvement, the idea that diverse sectors will engage collaboratively in renewable energy infrastructure might seem straightforward, yet the reality is often more complex. Historically, sectors can be siloed, with traditional energy companies hesitant to partner with tech firms or startups focusing on innovative solutions. The optimistic portrayal of a collaborative spirit in this investment plan may overlook the potential for resistance from established players who may feel threatened by new entrants or changes in market dynamics. 5. Public perception versus political will. The general public often supports renewable energy initiatives, but the counterintuitive reality is that political will can significantly lag behind public sentiment. While the government's commitment to an $1.8 billion investment signals a proactive stance, the actual execution of these plans may encounter political obstacles, including shifts in administration priorities, budget reallocations, or public pushback against specific projects. This disconnect can lead to disillusionment, especially if expectations are not met in a timely manner. 6. Focus on innovation amidst traditional financing. The emphasis on innovative funding mechanisms for infrastructure projects contrasts sharply with the traditional reliance on government financing and grants. While innovative funding methods such as public-private partnerships or green bonds are gaining traction, the heavy reliance on these methods may pose risks. For instance, if the expected returns from renewable projects do not materialize quickly, private investors might withdraw support, leading to funding gaps that could hinder project completion or sustainability. 7. Environmental trade-offs. In the pursuit of renewable energy, there is often a belief that these projects are inherently beneficial to the environment. However, the focus on large-scale hydrogen production, particularly from fossil fuels as in blue hydrogen, can introduce significant environmental trade-offs. The capture and storage of carbon emissions necessary for labeling hydrogen as clean may not be as effective as anticipated, raising questions about the overall sustainability of such projects. 8. Job creation versus automation. The narrative around job creation in the renewable sector tends to overlook the impact of automation and technological advancements. While investments in renewable energy are expected to generate jobs, the rise of automated systems in energy production and management could lead to fewer jobs than projected. This paradox highlights the need for a nuanced understanding of how technological advancements can both create and eliminate jobs within the sector. 9. Potential for overcommitment. The ambitious nature of the $1.8 billion investment could lead to overcommitment from stakeholders. The pressure to deliver results by 2025 may encourage companies to engage in projects that are not fully viable or sustainable in the long term. This could result in a cycle of rushed projects that fail to meet their intended goals, contradicting the narrative of careful planning and execution. 10. Global competition versus local impact. Finally, while the infrastructure investment aims to promote local economic growth, there is a counterintuitive risk that global competition may undermine local benefits. As companies vie for contracts and partnerships on a global scale, the focus may shift away from local job creation and community engagement, potentially sidelining small businesses and local workers who may not have the resources to compete. In conclusion, the $1.8 billion investment in renewable energy infrastructure presents a complex interplay of expectations and realities that often defy conventional wisdom. Understanding these counterintuitive dynamics is crucial for stakeholders involved in planning, funding, and executing renewable energy projects. Important content overlooked in the report. While the report on the $1.8 billion investment in renewable energy infrastructure presents several key points and a clear implementation timeline, certain significant aspects may be overlooked by the general public or stakeholders. Here are some of those aspects along with explanations of their significance. 1. Specificity of clean hydrogen applications. Details on clean hydrogen. The report mentions clean hydrogen production as a focal point for investment, particularly in applications like OCI's blue ammonia project. However, the nuances of how clean hydrogen is produced, transported, and utilized in various sectors are not elaborated upon. Significance. Understanding the specific technologies involved in clean hydrogen production, like electrolysis, steam methane reforming with carbon capture, etc., is crucial. It helps stakeholders evaluate the sustainability and scalability of these projects. Furthermore, insights into how these hydrogen applications can reduce carbon emissions across industries could enhance public support and investment. 2. Economic multiplier effects. Job creation and local economy stimulation. While the report mentions job creation and stimulating local economies, It lacks concrete projections or methodologies for estimating these impacts. Significance: detailed analyses of job creation by sector, region, and skill level can provide clearer insights into how the investment will benefit communities. This information is critical for local governments and workforce development agencies to prepare for and maximize the employment opportunities arising from these projects. 3. Collaboration across sectors. Diverse sector participation. The report highlights the importance of collaboration but does not specify which sectors are most likely to engage or how they will interact. Significance: identifying key players across the energy, technology, and finance sectors can reveal potential partnerships that may enhance project effectiveness. Furthermore, understanding how these collaborations will work can help mitigate risks and encourage innovation. Stakeholders may overlook opportunities for cross-sector synergies that could amplify the project's impact. 4. Risk management strategies. Infrastructure investment risks. The report does not address potential risks associated with large-scale renewable energy projects such as technological failures, regulatory changes, or funding shortfalls. Significance: acknowledging and planning for potential risks is essential for successful project execution. Investors and stakeholders need to understand risk management strategies to ensure that projects remain viable and on track. This could include contingency plans, phased investments, and engagement with regulatory bodies to navigate compliance challenges. 5. Impact on existing energy infrastructure. Integration with current systems. The report does not discuss how new renewable energy projects will integrate with existing energy infrastructure. Significance: understanding how renewable energy sources will be incorporated into the current grid, including potential upgrades or modifications needed, is critical for assessing overall project feasibility. Stakeholders might overlook the challenges of transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable sources, which could affect timelines and costs. 6. Technological innovation beyond hydrogen. Broader renewable technologies. While the initiative focuses on hydrogen, it would be beneficial to explore other renewable technologies that may also receive funding or support, such as solar, wind, and battery storage. Significance: a broader view of technological investments can provide insights into the overall renewable energy strategy and its alignment with national energy goals. Stakeholders may miss opportunities to advocate for a diversified energy portfolio that could enhance resilience and sustainability. 7. Long-term sustainability goals. Alignment with climate policy. The report briefly mentions a commitment to sustainability but does not connect the investment to broader climate policy goals or commitments made by the government. Significance: understanding how this investment aligns with national and international climate commitments like the Paris Agreement is critical for stakeholders who are concerned about climate change. It can also bolster public support by showing that the investment is part of a larger strategy to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. 8. Involvement of local communities. Community engagement. The report does not discuss how local communities will be involved in the planning and execution of these projects. Significance: engaging local communities is vital for ensuring projects meet the needs and concerns of those directly affected. It can also foster public buy-in, reduce opposition, and enhance project legitimacy. Without this engagement, projects risk facing community pushback, which can delay or derail efforts. Conclusion: while the report on the $1.8 billion investment in renewable energy infrastructure provides a framework for understanding the initiative, it is essential to recognize the overlooked elements that could significantly impact its success. Addressing the specifics of clean hydrogen applications, potential economic impacts, risk management strategies, and community involvement are crucial for ensuring that this investment leads to meaningful progress towards sustainable energy goals. Highlighting these areas can provide a more comprehensive understanding of the initiative and its implications for various stakeholders, ultimately driving greater support and collaboration in the transition to renewable energy. 1. Investment focus on clean hydrogen. The $1.8 billion allocation is strategically directed towards renewable energy projects with a particular emphasis on clean hydrogen production. This focus is exemplified by Linde's commitment to supply clean hydrogen for OCI's blue ammonia project in the U.S. Gulf Coast. Analyzing this point reveals the potential impact of hydrogen as a clean energy source, its role in decarbonizing industrial processes, and its implications for energy security and independence. The significance of hydrogen in the global energy transition, regulatory frameworks, and technological advancements in hydrogen production and storage could be explored further. 2. Implementation timeline and strategic planning. The initiative's clear timeline for completion by 2025 reflects a methodical approach to project management. This point allows for an in-depth discussion on the importance of timelines in infrastructure projects, the challenges of meeting such deadlines, and the mechanisms in place to ensure timely execution. It also opens the floor for a conversation on stakeholder engagement, resource allocation, and the risks associated with ambitious timelines in the context of renewable energy infrastructure development. 3. Innovation and collaboration in funding. The emphasis on innovative funding strategies as articulated by business leaders like Sunil Kanoria underlines the necessity for collaboration across sectors. This point can be analyzed in terms of how public-private partnerships, venture capital, and other innovative financing models can be leveraged to enhance infrastructure investment. Additionally, the role of innovation in reducing costs, improving efficiencies, and fostering technological advancements in renewable energy can be examined, along with potential barriers to collaboration and how they can be overcome. 4. Economic growth and job creation potential. The anticipated economic benefits from this $1.8 billion investment highlight its potential to generate jobs, stimulate local economies, and promote technological advancements. This point invites a detailed discussion on the socio-economic impacts of renewable energy investments, the types of jobs that may be created, and the skills required for these new roles. Furthermore, it opens up avenues to explore the broader economic implications of transitioning to renewable energy, including the impact on traditional energy sectors, regional economic disparities, and the potential for fostering a more sustainable economy. 1. Tennessee Valley Authority TVA. In the New Deal, the TVA was established in 1933 as part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs aimed at economic recovery during the Great Depression. One of the TVA's primary missions was to provide electricity to rural areas in the Tennessee Valley which had been largely underserved. The government invested heavily in the TVA, building dams, power plants, and other infrastructure. This initiative not only aimed to improve the standard of living through access to electricity but also to create jobs and stimulate economic growth in the region. The TVA remains a significant example of government-led infrastructure investment aimed at promoting renewable energy and regional development. 2. Germany's Energiewende energy transition. Initiated in the early 2000s, Germany's Energiewende is a comprehensive policy framework aimed at transitioning the country from fossil fuels and nuclear energy to renewable sources, primarily wind and solar power. The German government has allocated significant funds to support this transition, investing in renewable energy infrastructure, grid modernization, and energy efficiency. The Energiewende represents a bold commitment to sustainability, innovation, and economic growth, with targets set to achieve a significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and a shift to a more decentralized energy system by 2050. This initiative highlights the strategic planning and long-term vision necessary for successful implementation of renewable energy projects. 3. China's renewable energy investment. Over the past 2 decades, China has emerged as a global leader in renewable energy investment, particularly in solar and wind power. The Chinese government has committed billions of dollars to build renewable energy infrastructure with ambitious targets to increase the share of non-fossil fuels in its energy mix. Programs like the National Development and Reform Commission's Renewable Energy Medium and Long-Term Development Plan outline substantial allocations for renewable energy projects, aiming for a significant increase in capacity by 2020 and beyond. This strategic investment has not only driven technological advancements and job creation within China but has also positioned the country as a key player in the global renewable energy market. Future outlook: predictions for renewable energy infrastructure investment by 2025. The $1.8 billion allocation for renewable energy projects signals a transformative shift in infrastructure investment, particularly in clean energy technologies like hydrogen production. As we project into the future, several key trends and outcomes are anticipated by 2025, shaped by technological advancements, economic growth, regulatory frameworks, and societal shifts towards sustainability. 1. Technological advancements in renewable energy. By 2025, we expect significant advancements in renewable energy technologies, particularly in clean hydrogen production and storage. The investment will likely spur innovation in electrolysis technologies, making hydrogen production more efficient and cost-effective. As companies like Linde implement large-scale projects, they will provide valuable data and insights that can lead to further improvements and commercialization of these technologies. Prediction: enhanced hydrogen production methods will reduce costs by up to 30%, making hydrogen a competitive alternative to fossil fuels in various applications, including transportation and industrial processes. 2. Economic growth and job creation. The infrastructure investment is poised to generate substantial economic benefits. The renewable energy sector is known for its job creation potential, with construction, manufacturing, and maintenance roles being in high demand. As projects ramp up, local economies will feel the impact through job creation and ancillary business opportunities. Prediction: the initiative is expected to create approximately 30,000 jobs across various sectors by 2025, ranging from engineering to skilled labor, significantly boosting local economies and promoting a skilled workforce in renewable technologies. 3. Regulatory and policy support. The commitment to renewable energy will likely coincide with supportive regulatory frameworks that encourage investment and innovation in the sector. Governments may implement tax incentives, grants, and subsidies to promote renewable projects, further driving investment. Prediction: by 2025, we anticipate the introduction of new policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions, which could include stricter regulations on fossil fuel usage and increased support for renewable energy initiatives, reinforcing the shift towards sustainability. 4. Increased collaboration among stakeholders. The emphasis on collaboration among various sectors will foster a more integrated approach to renewable energy development. Partnerships between government, private companies, and research institutions will become commonplace, focusing on sharing resources and expertise to accelerate project implementation. Prediction: by 2025, at least 50 collaborative projects involving public-private partnerships are expected to emerge, leading to shared innovations and best practices that enhance efficiency and effectiveness in renewable energy deployment. 5. Public perception and support for renewable energy. As awareness of climate change and sustainability issues grows, public support for renewable energy initiatives is likely to increase. This societal shift will pressure governments and businesses to prioritize sustainable practices and invest in clean energy infrastructure. Prediction: by 2025, public support for renewable energy solutions will reach an all-time high, with surveys indicating over 75% of the population favoring increased investment in renewable projects, influencing policy decisions and corporate strategies. 6. Expansion of renewable energy markets. The investment will not only enhance existing projects but also open new markets for renewable energy technologies. As clean hydrogen gains traction, its applications in transportation, heating, and industrial processes will expand, leading to new business opportunities. Prediction: by 2025, the global market for hydrogen is expected to exceed $150 billion. With the U.S. emerging as a key player in the clean hydrogen economy, driven by initiatives like the $1.8 billion investment. 7. Sustainability as a core business strategy. Businesses across sectors will increasingly adopt sustainability as a core operational strategy driven by consumer demand and regulatory pressures. Companies will seek to invest in renewable energy projects not only for compliance but also for competitive advantage. Prediction: by 2025, at least 70% of Fortune 500 companies will have integrated sustainability initiatives into their business models, focusing on renewable energy investments as a pathway to enhance brand reputation and customer loyalty. Conclusion: the $1.8 billion investment in renewable energy infrastructure marks a pivotal moment in the transition towards sustainable energy solutions. By 2025, we anticipate considerable advancements in technology, economic growth, regulatory support, collaboration, public perception, market expansion, and corporate sustainability strategies. These factors will collectively contribute to a robust renewable energy landscape, positioning the sector for continued growth and innovation in the years to come. This investment not only aims to address current energy needs but also sets the stage for a sustainable future driven by clean energy solutions.